Now, I thought that was absolutely brilliant. But I know we can do better. We can literally raise the rafters, although I'm on the management committee now, so please be gentle with the brickwork. Good evening, friends! Good evening! Wow, now there's a welcome. There is a welcome. Now, normally I waffle on for a minute before I do an intro, but it's been a long time. It's been a long road, but please, everybody, welcome back looking bigger, better than ever, our very good friend, Sue Breen! On behalf of us all, we are so glad to have you back, looking so perky. And it's also, I'm very much aware that I should inform everyone, Pebbles is in the building. Pebbles is in the building, hiding in the back row for a change, although I feel quite confident that that will change throughout the service. So if you should see a friendly little animal running around the hall, do not panic. It's allowed. Well, friends, welcome to Littleport Christian Spiritualists this Thursday evening. It is a pleasure, and I'm very grateful to see you all here. So much so that Barry's now leaving. I am being careful because I know that at this time of the day the internet drops out, so if I do dash over there to help Jack out, don't panic. We will carry on regardless. But of course, today is not just special because it's Thursday. It's not just special because Sue's back with us. It's not just special that Pebbles has started wandering already. Of course, today is Maundy Thursday. And it would be remiss, as in the title Littleport Christian Spiritualists, if we did not have a bit of a conflab. Now, I did have a suggestion from one of our bishops this morning that I be handing out Maundy coins. I know I've been called a bit of a queen in my time, but she's the only one allowed to do that. So I steal her spot on the Christmas speech bit, but I'm not going to hand out Maundy coins today. We will be sharing upliftment. We will be sharing truth. We will be sharing spirituality. And I'm sure everyone will be really happy to see, here she is, the star of the show herself, Pebbles. She's come to find Mummy. So, friends, let's begin this service in the traditional, usual Littleport and spiritualist way by opening this service in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends, to unite under your banner of love, of hope, of friendship and peace, that we might witness the proof and the truth of life eternal. As I place this service in your care and keeping, we ask that a blessing be placed on our medium and your instrument here tonight, that the veil might be lifted and that the work will continue as always. And of course, as ever, we make the statement that everything we do will be in the name of love, in the name of truth, and in the name of light. Amen. Amen. Welcome to everyone at home, by the way. We seem to be stable network. I've got some foil wrapped around the router, so hopefully we shouldn't get too disturbed with the internet tonight. It's a lot better. Although it is really quite fun to hear myself repeated over the hall about 2 seconds behind. Yeah, you're just keeping me on my toes, that's what it is. Well, friends, of course, as I said, today is Maundy Thursday. This is the period of Easter. Now, what is Easter? It's a time for everyone to go nuts in the shops and buy Easter eggs. It's time for everyone to pig out on chocolate, isn't it? Well, of course not. Of course it isn't. But you'd be forgiven for thinking that. And unfortunately, there are so many people in this world that do actually think that Easter is all about a bunny that got genetically manipulated to lay eggs made of chocolate. But the truth is much simpler and yet much harder than that. Because the truth is, it is a time where the defining moment of a way of life and a movement came to pass. Now, of course, Maundy Thursday, the Thursday, is the day of the Last Supper. And of course, we then follow on to a chance meeting in the Garden of Gethsemane, where my friend, Joshua Carpenter, for those who've never heard me use that phrase before, one of the things that Joshua Carpenter taught in his life was about simplifying scripture, making things easier for everyone to understand. Now, there was a man called Joshua Carpenter who lived 2,000 years ago out in the Middle East. He wasn't blonde and tall and white like the paintings show. Interestingly enough, that was actually Leonardo da Vinci's boyfriend. But the real Jesus, Yeshua, was his name. And that translates from his language of Hebrew into Joshua directly into the English. It's only when you start with Aramaic and Hebrew and move on to Greek and then on to Latin and then on to English, and people then want to have control over the world in the name of someone who fought for peace. That's when you get mistakes. And that's when you get the name Jesus. Now, there's nothing wrong with that because I'm sure he's used to it by now after 2,000 years. But I think it's important. If you're going to address someone, you should at least know what their real name is. Yeshua ben Yosef, Joshua, son of Joseph. Or if it had been born 500 years later, he'd have been named after his earthly father's career, which would be carpenter. So I call him Joshua Carpenter because it makes him a little bit more reachable. And that's what spiritualism's all about. Making the unreachable reachable. Those that we thought we'd loved and lost suddenly so close that you can touch them. You can hear them, you can feel them, you know what they've got to say to you. Or if you turn up to a Thursday service when I'm the medium, telling you off for not cleaning up after yourself and getting rid of the dust under pictures, or letting you know what's going on in your life. It wasn't your house, admittedly, but we did identify where it was from. And if you believe that, you believe anything. But no, seriously, his role was about simplifying that contact, simplifying the spirit world, making it more reachable. There are so many misconceptions about Christian teachings that when you look past the dogma and the doctrine that has been created by human beings, all his message was about love, about friendship, about peace and self-sacrifice, and about healing each other, about talking to each other, about being good to one another. How is that not spiritual? How is that not spiritualism? In the Garden of Gethsemane, we saw the most human part of that man called Josh. He knew what was coming because Spirit had told him. And he said, let the cup pass. I don't think I can do this. But of course the cup wouldn't pass and he was forced into it. But was he? Was destiny the thing that forced him into it, or did he make a choice? Let's be honest. He knew the guards were coming. He'd actually asked someone to arrange it for him, depending on who you listen to. But he could have easily walked away. He could have run. He could have moved away and kept going for a few more days, a few more weeks. But he chose to remain, knowing that that sacrifice would be of benefit to people. Now, in religion and throughout history, we've heard that word so many times, sacrifice. And it conjures images of darkness and doom. But we all here, we good people, sacrifice things all the time. We sacrifice our time by giving it up to help people. We sacrifice a few quid here and there to help people out. Sacrifices do not have to be negative. They can be of benefit. And that was what it was all about, showing people that by making a sacrifice, we could be good to one another, be kind to one another. Now, far be it from me to disagree with 2,000 years worth of teachings, but there's also something else about Easter that's really quite important and ties so beautifully in with the truth of Spirit. I spoke earlier about the differences in language and the misconceptions and the mistranslations and how things had been twisted over the years by human beings. For a long time in the Orthodox Christian Church, it was stated and shown that Easter, while Jesus was off in the spirit world doing what he was doing between rising and coming back to say hello, as so many spirit people do, was an event called the harrowing of hell, where he opened the gates and freed everyone and said, you know what? The reason you're here is because people have made you feel bad. People have used my Father, the Great Spirit, to make you feel bad about yourself. Get out, get to heaven. Doors open, business here is closed. He closed down hell. So answer me this. In all good conscience, when we're standing here celebrating Easter over the next few days, can we say to someone, oh, for what you've done, you're going to hell? When as spiritualists, one of the 7 principles states, eternal progress open to every human soul. It's a difficult one because we all would like to think that those that have no belief and no hope and no desire to improve themselves would in actual fact be kept away from the general population and not be in paradise, living it up because of what they'd done in their earthly life. The truth is, there is learning, there is chastisement of a kind, but we cannot understand what that is. What we do know is that the biggest judge of ourself is ourself. And if we refuse to judge ourselves, that's when someone in a long white robe and big wings will come up and say, I think we need to have a chat. Let's look at a few things, shall we? There is no hell, only in the making that we create for ourselves and each other. We all say it. Oh, do you know what? This week has been hell. Oh, do you know that person's making my life hell? That word is bandied about just as much as God bless you when it's not intended or meant. As spiritualists, we talk about prayers having importance, about coming from the heart. Your relationship with the divine spirit, with those in the world of spirit, is your personal relationship. My job's not to tell you what to believe. My job's to help you find your connection with spirit, with those that have gone before you, and not dictate to you that because you said this or because you did that, you will be eternally punished. The point of Easter is that by giving up something, you can indeed free yourself from that place. Giving up dogma, giving up doctrine, giving up oppression, giving up hatred, by sharing peace and love and kindness and all these wonderful things that the world of spirit talk about week in, week out. There is, of course, a song that doesn't apply to Easter, but it should. Oh, I wish it could be Christmas every day. Why can't it be Easter every day? Where every day we do something nice, we give something up of our own, either time or patience in some cases. Do something nice to someone and help free them from the shackles and burdens that the world, that society, that people have put upon them. Because when you are free, you are happy. When you are open to the wonder of the world, you are filled with joy. Isn't that better than saying, oh, because you're wearing an item of mixed fabric, you're a bad person? I tend to err on the side of common sense. That's what my boss, Joshua Carpenter taught. And that's why I call him Joshua Carpenter. And that is why we come together, not to celebrate Bugs, the Easter bunny, genetically engineered next to Dolly the sheep to lay chocolate eggs, but to recognize that it's important to be good, to be kind, and to simplify things, make it better and easier and nobler, and filled with something that is a wonderful gift: eternal kindness. God bless you all, and thank you for listening. And of course, tradition said that I had to get a song in somewhere, because they always make me do it, and it had to be a Christmas song this week. So, you know, there aren't many Easter songs, you know. Not that people recognise anyway. Well, friends, now is the time in our service when we test the spirits, and we have a reading to see if the world of spirit are thinking along the same lines. Now, of course, it would be easy to say that, well, the reading's going to be something about Easter, but you never can tell. And when it comes to Reverend Alan, you can never be sure whether it's going to be polite, moody, broody, or a little bit naughty. I refer to the white guitar. Look through YouTube. It's funny. I'll find a link for it. But we do test the spirit by seeing what spirit have got to say. And rather than following the address from the reading, we have the reading afterwards to see if we're on the same wavelength and that spirit are helping out. So let's give a big Littleport welcome. I don't need to ask him to press a button. Reverend Alan, are you here? Hello. Hey, Reverend Alan, everyone. There you go.
Good evening, everybody. Everybody watching on online. Hope everyone is well. Tonight's reading is by Helen Steiner Rice, read by myself, and it is indeed called an Easter prayer. So it is a prayer to the reading tonight. God, give us eyes to see the beauty of the spring, and to behold your majesty in every living thing. And may we see in lacy leaves and every budding flower the hand that rules the universe with gentleness and power. And may this Easter grandeur that spring lavishly imparts awaken faded flowers of faith lying dormant in our hearts, and give us ears to hear, dear God, the springtime song of birds, with messages more meaningful than man's often empty words, telling harried human beings who are lost in dark despair, be like us and do not worry, for God has you in his care. Thank you.
Wow. I know you're not used to being in the room, love. It's fine. I'll nick it back. I'll wander over. Wow. Well, harried humans. Wow. I think that's a record to actually get a direct quote in there. Thank you, Alan. That was stunning. And I'm sure we all appreciated how apt and how wonderful, and how, even though, yes, it was about Easter, the theme of what was being spoken about, Spirit really did want to hit home that message. So thank you. God bless you, Alan. Well, friends, now is the time in our service, and we're actually 2 minutes ahead of schedule, so get ready because it's nearly time now. Sorry and all that. Don't worry, I'll look after you. We have a cuddle during the service, don't we? Now is the time to do that wonderful thing called healing. We speak about things, we should do things about it. One of the things that I've always been reminded of as a really important phrase: people like me spend all their time talking about miracles and very little time doing something about it. This is our opportunity to do something about it by sending out our healing thoughts to all those who are sick and suffering. I would also like to point out that healing is available before and after the service with Tony. I also hear that he might have a prospective student gearing up, which is all in good time and patience and never forced upon anybody, by the way. All in your own time, as the word says. But now we can send out our healing thoughts to all those who are sick and suffering. Please remember to include yourself. One of the most important people we always forget. So we will have our healing prayer, we will have our music with the candles, and we will end with the word Amen. So let's join together, send out our thoughts, and say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, here we bring unto you all those who are sick and suffering and in need of comfort, be they sick in mind, body, or spirit, that it may please thee to heal them. This we ask for those we know, for those we do not know, and those who have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Amen. Amen. Well, friends, in just a brief moment, for the next 50 minutes or so, I'm going to hand over this service to our very good friend Sue to say and do, obviously within reason, whatever she wants. Please send Sue your love, your upliftment, your healing thoughts, and your kindness. And of course, should she come to you, answer in a clear voice, yes, no, or don't know, because let's face it, we're all nosy. And looking around, it's possible that even as quick and good as she is, we might not get through everybody tonight. So we all want to hear some evidence by hearing yeses and nos and don't knows as well. But friends, have a wonderful, uplifting evening. I know it's going to be a good one, because I now hand you over to a very good friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, and everyone at home, give a big Littleport welcome to Sue Breen. I have to be very careful there. At least you know you're safe with me.
Well, that's very true. That is very true. Okay. Is there anybody that hasn't seen me work before? Wonderful. Okay. Newbies? Have you been to a demonstration before? Oh, all right, fair enough. Right, well, you know the logistics of it, although all the mediums work totally differently. All right. With me, I normally get ladies to my left and gentlemen to my right. They can give me symptoms which they've passed with. They can also give me medical conditions that are still here, but I don't often get names, okay? So they make me work. I have to try and describe. I've got to go back actually to when I took the scenic route through the hospital, right? Apparently I was talking, but I was out of it for 5 days and nobody understood who I was talking to. When I did eventually come round, this nurse came over and said to me, "Are you hallucinating?" And I said, "Are you a tall, good-looking black man with a Jamaican swagger?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "No, I'm not." But I would like to know what I was talking about. And I still don't know what I was talking about or who I was talking to. But anyway, it was to do with spirit. Right, I've got a lady coming forward this side, I've got a gentleman coming in, and I know that both of these people belong to somebody here. Where am I going? I am a direct medium as well. Can I come to that lady there, please? Yes? Right. I want to say to you, lovey, I know I've got a grandmother figure that's stepping forward here. I do want to say to you, your mum's still here. She's not. Right. I know I've got a grandmother that's coming forward. Okay. This lady, as she comes in, she was quite fussy around her hair. All right. Actually, she's telling me she had it styled like the Queen. So it was going back with these little bits here. All right. I know with her that she would put a bit of powder on her nose and a little bit of lipstick. Okay. She's also saying to me that her legs were giving her problems at the end of her life. All right. Right. Now, I know that this lady was connected with your mum. All right. Because I've got mum coming forward here as well with her. Now, I am going to say, I know that there is a likeness, resemblance between you and mum. Okay. I do know with her that she was quite fussy with her hair as well. All right. Very well presented lady. Okay. She's telling me that when she passed to spirit side, she was quite unwell before she passed. You understand that? Thank you. I do want to say to you, I feel that there was either a terminal condition or there was something. She's taking me in two different places here. I'm going here, but I'm also going around here as well. All right. She is saying that when she passed to spirit side, it was, in her words, it was a magical experience. Okay. You know, she saw people coming in before she actually passed. All right. And I know that she did see her mother. Okay. Father's on spirit side as well, lovey. Yeah. He's just come forward here. He's telling me that he didn't believe in all of this. All right. I won't say the word that he's saying. Right. But it begins with B and it ends in K. KS. Right. And there's a few letters in between, right? But he is saying, quite an outspoken man he was, all right? He's telling me that he's really pleased there is somewhere else to go. Would you understand Dad wearing a hat or a cap, please, at some point? Yeah. Thank you. Because he's putting something on my head here. And I know with him, he's putting glasses on me as well, and he's taking them off, putting them on, taking them off, right? I also want to say that I know with Dad that he did like a cigarette every now and again. Okay. I don't feel that he rolled his own. He's not doing this, but he's got tailor-made, he said, tailor-made. All right. Would you understand a London connection, please? Thank you, because he's taking me down to London. All right. He's saying to me that when it comes to you, lovey, oh, hold on a moment. He is taking me around the chest area here. All right. And I want to say to you that I feel that when he passed quite quickly. Okay. He is telling me that he didn't like doctors. And he didn't listen to them anyway. All right. But he is saying that he would like to have been around you for a bit longer. Okay. I also want to say to you, lovey, that I actually feel you're not the only one, are you? You have siblings. There are three of you, lovely. Thank you. Yeah, you're saying the other two he's going. All right. But he's also telling me that there's all of you are like chalk and cheese to each other. You're all totally different to one another. All right. Okay. Would you understand one of your siblings, lovey? I don't feel that this is you, but he's just given me a roof here, and that normally means to me that somebody felt they was going to be made homeless. or have the threat of homelessness given to them. Doesn't mean that they were, but they could have had the threat of it given to them. All right? Right. I can't take it away, Lovey, because he's given it to me. So I hope it's not something that's going to come forward. All right? Right. Now, I've got Mum coming in here. And as she comes forward, it's like she's going to him. All right. Oh, and she's telling me to tell you, we are with each other, but we're sort of tolerating each other. All right? Okay. Right. Apparently where you are in life at the moment, love, according to your mum, you're in the right place. All right? But she is talking about opportunities that are coming forward for you. You working at the moment, she's doing this around you. Right. Okay, that normally means that to me. Right. She is saying to me that there are changes that will be coming forward for you if they haven't already started to come in. All right. So I know that this is either, well, she's bringing in a step ladder here, so it's a step up the ladder. Okay, more responsibility and more of a challenge coming in for you. You work with 6 or 7 other people. Somebody's not doing their job right, Lovey. Right. She's saying 2. She's saying 2. Okay. Well, the door is going to be closing on them. All right. Which means that more responsibility coming on your shoulders. You 2 work together. Right. You sure?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. For some reason, Mum wants to say happy birthday to you. Now, if your birthday is at the end of the year, right, or somewhere in between, it's the only chance she's going to get to say it to you. All right? But she is bringing in a celebration cake here. Right, so I know that there is a birthday or an anniversary that is either coming in or has just gone. Thank you. Okay. She'll be in around you. All right? And your dad's saying, what about me? Your dad wear welly boots? Well, sometimes. Okay. I don't know whether he's playing a joke here or not, because he's like turned them over, you know, at the top. Right, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Okay. He says, so I like to tease. I like to tease. Okay. Okay. Your mum's telling me to tell you, Lovey, you know, where you're going in life will be okay. She knows that you've had a broken heart in the past, all right? But she's brought the 2 halves of the heart together and she's put a sticky plaster on it for you to give you the healing from the inside out, all right? But where you are at the moment, yes, you are in the right place, okay? But I do want to say to you as well, she's telling me that there is a choice or a decision to be made, all right? And Dad's talking about somebody that's going to be moving. Again, I don't feel it's you, but he's giving me keys here, so I know somebody connected or linked to you will be making a move. All right? Bless you. I want to leave their love with you. Is that okay? Thank you. All right. Can I come to you, please, Lovey? You're not the artist, are you? Right. Okay. Okay. I've got a gentleman that's coming forward here. As he comes forward, he's telling me that there was a direct link between you and him. All right? I do want to say to you that I feel that this was an uncle as he comes in. All right? You understand an uncle on spirit side? And he's taking me to Dad's side. Okay. Your daughter. Hello, lovey. And your granddaughter. Bloody hell, last time I saw you, you was like that high. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Tina. No, you are Tina. Right, thank you. You just said Tina. Okay, I've got Dad coming forward as well. Right. He's telling me to tell you, lovey, that he's sorry he's not been with you. All right? He's also saying it wasn't his choice. All right? He's really taking my breath away here, so I know that there was something going on around the lungs. All right. Actually, I feel like I'm drowning, but I know it wasn't. All right. I just feel like his lungs were filling up. Thank you. Right. He's telling me to tell you, you need to be patting yourself on the back, because children don't come with instruction manuals, lovey. All right? And you can only do your best for them. And if you've done your best for her, she can't come back at you and say, you didn't do your best for me. All right. He's saying, you have. All right. Now, this young lady has got a certain journey in front of her, because she is actually quite open to spirit as well. Okay. And she's lucky to have a grandmother, or a nan. I'll say nan. That sounds a bit better. Yeah. That can guide her. All right. Okay. Now, as Dad comes forward, lovey, he is saying to me, again, as I said to the lady over there, life hasn't always been kind to you. All right. But now you've come out on a balance. All right. He's telling me to tell you, close the doors in the past, leave the past in the past where it belongs. Okay. You cannot change the past, but you can change the future. All right. And things will be a lot more positive for you. All right. Open those doors up here. Get positivity coming forward. All right. Bless you. You thinking of travelling, lovey? He's giving me tickets here. And he's giving me like passports as well. And I actually feel like he's just shown me the Statue of Liberty. Yeah. He's saying that there's like a celebration or something that will be taking place. All right. This young lady's been here before. She has been here before. She's got a very old head on young shoulders. And I know that she does suffer with deja vu as well. All right. And you also have quite vivid dreams too. Yeah. You sense the energies that come in as well. You get a tingly feeling across the top of your, that's when they come forward, lovey. All right. Now, your granddad, he's been around you a lot. All right. And he is there to give you a bit of guidance too. But I do want to say, your granddad wasn't totally, he's telling me he sat on the fence as to whether there was somewhere else to go or not. All right, but he's happy to say that there is somewhere else to go. Okay. I don't know how old you are, lovey, but you've got to make a decision on something to do around your education. Because he's telling me you've got to put pen to paper. Okay, so whether there's exams coming up or whatever, all right, he will be standing behind you. Okay, so you might feel the odd little, come on, hurry up, all right? Listen to the thoughts that you get in your head, because that's how he talks to you, all right? But he wants to send an awful lot of love to you. And to you, Lovey. And also to you, Barbara. Okay. I do want to say, when this gentleman did pass to spirit side, would you understand either an anniversary or a birthday around the same time? Thank you. Because he's saying to me, I do come in every year, all right? He also wants to say thank you to you, okay? Oh, sorry, I've got to say this. I don't know whether I should say it, actually. He just said she does go on a bit, though, sometimes. But let it go. Just let it go. Yeah. He's telling me that you've got selective hearing, the same as he had. Because he let a lot of it go as well. I think I'm going to leave him now. Ask him to step back. He just wants to leave his love with you. All right? Bless you. Your uncle didn't get a word in each. He just came straight in and it was like, everybody out, everybody out. Right. Okay, bless. Okay. Where am I going? Let me go to the lady at the back. Is that all right? Yeah. Okay, lovey. I've got somebody who's doing this, and he's making me do it as well. And I know it's a gentleman that was a little bit thin on top. I know with this gentleman, as he comes forward here, he comes in very much on a grandfather level. All right? I don't feel that he's not making me look up to him, he's making me look to him. So I know that he wasn't a tall man. All right. I do want to say about 5'8", 5'9". You understand this? Yes? Thank you. I know with him that he was solid build. All right. He's telling me he did carry 1 or 2 extra pounds, but he wasn't a huge man. All right. Now, as he comes forward here, he's actually showing me some highly polished boots. So I know with him that he did wear uniform at some point in life. Okay. There's a younger gentleman that is also stepping forward. You have father on spirit side, lovey. Thank you. Okay. This gentleman, as he comes forward here, very trim, his hair. Okay. He's telling me that he has come in around you. Now, okay, he's not showing me a beard or anything, so I know with him that he was clean cut, all right? I know with this gentleman as well that he really did take a pride in his appearance, all right? And he smelt lovely. You understand this? So I am going to say to you that he says when he comes in, for 2 or 3 seconds, you may pick up the fragrance. It's only for 2 or 3 seconds, lovey. All right? That's when he's allowing you to know that he is there. Okay? But he comes in very much around you. And again, I want to say to you, you two linked? You sisters or... Auntie, right, thank you. So you would be his, thank you. I'm glad I didn't have to work that one out for myself. Right, because he's coming in around you as well, lovely. He's bringing in a baby here. You have a baby, thank you. He's talking about the name of the baby being passed down. So whether it's the first name or the middle name, would you understand a name that has been passed down? Thank you, love. And he's really, really happy about that. Really happy, okay? He's telling me, this is a little boy, isn't it? Yeah. He's telling me he's a real cheeky chappy, or he will be, all right? And he'd be trying to run rings around you as well, okay? But he's also talking about, would you understand twins somewhere in the family? He's talking about twins. He's doing... Okay. Your other half, Lovey, he hasn't got twins in his family, has he? You want to make sure about that, because it could be passed down. Right. He's definitely bringing in 2. And when they do that, to me, it means there's twins. Okay? So there's either twins that have been here or will be coming in. You're not pregnant, are you? Oh, good. Do you know that the way they come forward, they show things in so many different ways. My hairdresser, years ago, she was standing behind me and she's cutting away, you know, and I felt these little hands coming out to give me a hug. And I said to her, "You not pregnant, are you, Tony?" And she went, "I only found out this morning." So I'm going to stay away from you, lovey, all right? Just in case I feel them little hands coming round. Right, okay. Okay. You know, as he comes forward here, he is saying that he's connected to you as well, isn't he? Is this your husband? Thank you. Thank you. Right. Okay. He's just said, "Get it right," to me. Right, okay. Okay. He's not telling me what he passed with, Lovey, but I do want to say to you, he's saying that he didn't pass where he wanted to. All right? And he's actually showing me like a hospital bed or a hospice or something. It wasn't where he wanted to be. That's what he's saying. Was he at home? No. Okay. Okay. But he is saying to me, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where you are. Because when it comes around, you have to go. Okay? But he's making me feel, he's really taken me around the chest area here, and I feel with him that when he did pass, I'm not saying that he wasn't unwell before he passed, love, but when he did pass, I feel that he was here, then he was gone. You understand that? Thank you. Right. He's talking about drama that took place around him. Okay? And it was traumatic for him. He's saying when he stepped out of his body, I can't say this either. I'll give you the initials, right? He stepped out of his body and he looked and said, "WTF?" What's happened? And away he went. All right? He's telling me that hands came forward for him and he just took the hand and went with them. Okay? And it was his father that came forward for him. Yeah. He's telling me it was his father that came forward for him. I can't take it away, lovey. That's what he's just said. Okay? So unless he was fostered or adopted, I don't know. But he's telling me it was his father that stepped in to take him over through the veil. Okay, right. Who passed at 52? He's just given me 52. would you understand another gentleman that was connected with him, okay, that was very much like a father figure to him? He keeps saying, it was my father, but whether it was, I shouldn't say this, should I? He wasn't the milkman's, was he? But that's what he keeps saying. So I can't take it back, Lovey. Unless there was somebody that was very, very close to him in life that passed and then stepped forward for him. Okay? Your father on the other side, Lovey. Yeah. Right. So that would be whatever to him, right? And he passed around the same time, way before, after, right? Well, I can't take it back, like I say, so I'm just going to have to leave it with you. If you think of somebody that was connected with him, you know, during his upbringing, that he looked on as a father figure, okay? That's what he's saying. All right, but he is telling me that he does come in. He does come in, okay? He's taken me across water here as well. And I want to say to you, I feel like I'm going on a ferry, either over to Calais or to France, but I'm actually going on a ferry, all right? Would you understand that, please? It could be going way back. Okay. Would you understand that, Lovey? Either for yourself? On a boat. Okay. You show me the Eiffel Tower. So somewhere along the line, there was a trip either to France, whether it is connected with you, but it's a memory that he's bringing forward here. Okay? He's taking me to you, Lovey. So I know that there's something to do with either a trip across the channel. Does that make sense to you? All right. Again, I can't take it back, so I'm just going to leave it with you. All right? You know, sometimes when people are sitting in the hot seat, you just That's the closest anybody's been there for a long time. Right, okay. Bless her. As she comes forward, she's telling me to tell you she's not on her own. She's not on her own. And she's given me a 5 connection. You understand that? Is that 3 children and a mother and father?
Oh, okay.
Could be, or it could be 5 children.
Okay. She's got 5 siblings.
Then she's talking about five siblings that she's left behind. Right, okay. One of those is over there, though.
She did have a termination where she had a miscarriage. I think it was a miscarriage. She did have one.
I've got to say there's a boy. Yeah. She's also given me a 2 connection with you, lovey. Yes.
I have got a little boy in slow.
Right.
One at the moment.
Okay. No. Right. You one of 2.
We're both full siblings and I've got stepsister.
Rightio. Oh, okay. So I've got to come to you as well. Right. Okay. Right. There's a 2 connection somewhere. Have you got 2 children? You've got 3.
Sally, my sister, she has a 2 boys.
Thank you. She keeps saying 2. Right. Okay. Right. Bless you. As she comes in around you, lovey, she's telling me you feel as if you've been at a crossroads. Right. Okay. She's saying to me there's a bit of confusion that has been taking place around you. You're not quite sure which way to go. Right. I'm going to say this right because before I've left the end bit off, and I'm going to say you've got to cross over the road. Okay. Right. Because she's saying if you go to the left or to the right, you're not going to get any further. You need to be going on that journey. Cross over that road, lovey. All right. I also want to say to you, I know that you've had a broken heart in the past. All right. She's telling me to tell you, is this your partner? All right. Okay. Be open and honest. Be open and honest. All right. And then she's got no comeback on you to say you haven't told me the truth. All right. He is honest, lovey. He is. Okay. Right. I want to say to you as well, she's bringing in a celebration cake around you too. All right. I don't know whether you made a commitment already. Thank you. Okay. But she's given me a ring here as well. She's given me a ring, so I know that there is going to be a commitment. And she's saying, you know, this is something that you have to go forward with, all right? She knows you've been let down in the past, but so have you, haven't you? Not by him, by somebody else. That's what she's saying. There's been emotional roller coaster that's been taking place over years, all right? Now, with you, lovey, she is saying to me, yes, you have been let down in the past, okay? But you two were brought together for a reason, all right? You two, would you understand meeting in a small window of opportunity? Either not wanting to be out or, you know, either one of you. At school. Woo, okay. But there was a separation as well. Yeah, she's saying there was a separation. Right, okay, so you were brought back together again within that window, right. You're meant to be with each other, okay, right. She's talking about your daughter as well, and she is saying to me, she's a proper little princess. But she loves it. She loves it. She paint nails and things. Yeah. She's a very girly, all right? And that's what your mum likes, okay? Now, mum's coming back to you, lovey, all right? And she's telling me that she wants to say thank you to you for taking on a lot of responsibility, all right? Okay. Dad's on the other side as well. Right. Right, thank you. I know I've got a gentleman coming forward that he's telling me that he was like a matriarch of the family, all right? Right. But mum's telling me when it comes to dad, okay. This is really awkward to say this. She's telling me he's a waste of space. All right? No, she's talking about your dad. That's what she's saying. He's not there, and he's not there to support or to do anything, right? And she's really upset with him. She's saying he's a proper waste of space at the moment, okay? You know, if she was still here, she'd be kicking him up the backside. That's what she's saying. That's what he needs. That is what he needs, all right? Okay, she just wants you to know that she loves you dearly, all right? Your mum didn't get the chance to say goodbye to you either. She's just saying there was words that I needed to say that I couldn't come out with, all right? Okay. It's like she's putting something around my face. I don't know whether she was on an oxygen thing or not. I don't know. Yeah, it was COPD. Yeah. Okay. It's like okay. It's oxygen that was right. Okay, bless you, lovey. She just said, "Can you tell them I'm in the right place?" All right, I am in the right place. Who used to play the piano? You did. She's doing all this, you know, and she's saying we used to have a few sing-songs as well. All right, that is something that she misses. She does miss. And if you have still got a keyboard, you need to keep playing it because she'll come in around you. All right? Okay. I know I've got a grandfather that's coming forward, and I know this gentleman was connected with mum. All right? And he's telling me to tell you, she's all right. She's fine. She's with us. Okay? And a grandmother as well, who's coming forward. This lady wear a hairnet, please, with curlers, rollers underneath. Right, okay. Well, she's actually showing me like rollers or curlers and one of them heavy hairnet things. Right, okay. I know this lady smoked. Quite a heavy smoker. I've got a lot of smoke that comes in around me here. Yeah. And she is saying to me, I may not have been around you in life for a long time. If I wasn't here, you wouldn't be here. So because there is that link, she still comes in around you. Okay. You thinking of moving? There's somebody that's moving.
My sister might be, and she's been speaking about moving for 8 years.
Well, they're bringing in boxes here, flat pack boxes, and they're putting them down next to you. So somebody is definitely going to be moving, right? Right, and as she comes in here, she's saying, I haven't gone anywhere. I might not be here in body, but I am here in spirit, and I do come in around. You've just got to keep talking to her, all right? I also want to say to you as well, you understand either a photograph that moves? Well, look out for it, either one, or even your sister, because she's been trying to let you know that she's there, all right? Okay? All right, bless you. I want to leave her love with you. You're welcome. No, you're welcome. One more. Okay. Can I come to you, Barry? I've got a lady that's stepping forward here, and I know that this lady is connected to you, right? Mum's on spirit side, lovey. Okay. As she comes in, come forward, lovey. Right. She's taking me to earrings. All right. Would you understand this lady, or mum, not feeling dressed unless she had her earrings in? No, mum. Not having her earrings in, sorry. Thank you. She's saying, I really didn't. You're going to have to put up with this one day as well. Right, okay. She is telling me that she expected that to happen, but not quite so soon after she passed. All right? But you know, she is saying, she's given me a 2 connection with you. 2 connection. You're not an only child, are you? Thank you. Right. 2. Okay. Right, okay. She's telling me that one of them is pretty bossy. And the other one, it's like, you can't get a word out there. Right, okay. Your mum is telling me to tell you, lovey, do not be backed into a corner. All right? All right. Stand your ground, okay, because she doesn't know it all. She might think she does, but she doesn't. All right? Now, I also want to say to you, I know that I have a gentleman that's coming forward. There is very much a resemblance around him with you, and I do want to say this is Dad. Right. As Dad comes in, he's toasting you. He's lifting a glass to you, and he's telling me to tell you, you made the right decision. Whatever that decision was, but he's telling me to tell you, you made the right decision. All right? Okay. He's also saying that he was quite a deep man. Didn't show a lot of emotions. All right? He's actually saying, he wasn't as tall as you though, was he? He's doing this. Yeah, he's doing this. He's telling me that with you, you're very different to him because you're quite open, all right? Quite open. He's telling me he was a man's man. He wouldn't be told where he could go, who he could talk to, what he could do, all right? But he is saying that he did take his responsibilities seriously. All right? So he's actually saying, well done you. He's happy to see you the way you are. Don't change. He's saying don't change for anyone. All right? Bless you. Okay. But he is saying, he's saying I didn't say this in life, but I do love you very much. Okay? Right. What time? What time? Right. Would you understand when Dad passed to spirit, again, around that time, there was either a birthday or a celebration that should have been taking place? He's taking me up around the Christmas time or the end of the year. Now, whether it's November, December, but he's showing me loads of little lights, you know, like when people start putting them out November for Christmas. Does that make sense? Right, thank you. Thank you. He is telling me that the end of this year is going to be a lot better than what it was last year. Okay, right. And he's just told me to give you another hug on the way out. I want to leave their love with you, sweet. All right? Mum's blowing a kiss to you. Okay, bless you. Thank you for working with me. Thank you.
I don't want to get accused of, anything untoward. Wow. Thank you. What a wonderful demonstration of mediumship. Everybody, Sue Breen! And her guides and helpers, of course. Because I'll get in trouble if I don't mention them. Well, what a wonderful, wonderful demonstration. Absolutely proving life eternal. And I think it's the most the tissue box has been used in a while as well. When I first started in spiritualism, I stood there and I thought, what have they got one of them for? People are coming to be uplifted, not cry. And then I learned very quickly that a few tears can be very useful in letting things go. As someone once said, we are all the sum of our tears. Too many and the best of us is washed away. but too few, and the ground becomes unfertile and nothing can grow. And I live by that, which is why I'm instructed every week to make sure that there's a fresh box. But then sometimes you've also got Barbara in the front row as well, who will dish them out as well and beat me to it. So thank you. Friends, what a wonderful evening. Thank you all for being a part of it. And of course, welcome back, Pebbles! Oh, hello. You've been hiding from me tonight, ain't you? Oh, it's so good to have Pebbles back too. Now, friends, I am reminded that I am to mention at this point who our medium is for next week. I did look at my poster earlier and remind myself, and now I've forgotten. So we will ask our medium secretary to holler at me in her traditional sense and tell me who our medium is next week, dear. Do you know, I was going to say that as well. I should be a medium, shouldn't I? Next week, our medium is Martin Quigley, another good friend coming back for a visit. So another good week to look forward to. Now, I'm also reminded, not because of the frustrated glare that I'm getting from front row, right? I have to get the date right, I have to get the time right, and I have to mention on Sunday, here in this wonderful building, in this wonderful hall, we call it the day centre, the community room. It's lovely. It's got its own little tight-knit area, own doors, own kitchen. The heating and the water has been fixed, by the way. So you can wash up this time. But yes, on Sunday at 10 o'clock, Sunday the 17th at 10 o'clock is our second drum healing and circle. It is a wonderful, wonderful thing. I will be honest. I've always been honest with Alan, and I think it's a testament to the truth, to be honest, and it's a testament to the work that it does and the effort that it has an impact on, that I am truthful. When Alan first mentioned this a number of years ago, this drum healing thing with the banging of drums and everything, I have to admit, I was like, yeah, whatever. Now, bear in mind, I'd been in this way of life about 18 years at that point. I should have known better than to challenge spirit. It was part of it was a mind, body, and spirit. It said, Alan was, because we opened those doors. I said, come on, sit down. And everyone started doing the banging of the drums. Well, I was off with the pixies and the fairies and everything else. I tell you, it was stunning. It was stunning. So I stand completely corrected. And if you're thinking, oh, drum healing, yeah, well, give it a chance. That's all I'm saying, because frankly, it is stunning. It really is. And that's Sunday at 10 o'clock. Speaking of mind, body, spirit, plans are on the way. First time in years we've had a proper summer get together. On the 31st of July in this very hall, we've got crystals, we've got gongs, we've got drums, we've got crafts, we've got pardon? Readers. Yes, absolutely, readers. We've got crystal healing, we've got crystals for sale, we've got absolutely every. I think we're working on a tarot reader as well, aren't we? And yes. Are you free on the 31st?
I am.
Excellent. And we will also be joined by Sue-Marie. And I'll make sure I have your water bowl out this time for you, Dan. So there we go. Isn't this how spirit works? Isn't it wonderful? And it's just every day I look on the Facebook chat group for the... Barbara, are you free on the 31st of July? Excellent stuff.
I am free.
And Reverend Barbara Price will be joining us as well. I love it. The thing is that I've seen all the plotting and planning on the Facebook chat, and it's like every day I look, there's about 10 different things been thrown into the mix. It's wonderful. I think it is probably going to be our biggest and best yet. Well, yeah, that's true. I'm going to say, I'm sure Wendy will be watching over and helping out. Absolutely. Now, of course, I'm reminded, of course, that we've got a lot going on and it's wonderful and it's exciting. But the most important thing is still the coming together with love, compassion, upliftment, and friendship. And none more can be said than actually speaking of the drum healing circle. On that video that plays every week at the beginning and end of the service, there's a picture of a group of people sitting together in a forest, having blown flutes and banged drums in Thetford Forest, leaning up against trees with people wandering past looking at us like we were a bunch of nut jobs. Yeah, and there is a picture on that, and I'm reminded of it just again, once again, for proof of how impacty it can be. I'm sure I will get a right royal roasting for this, but Mum has problems with mobility, I think it would be fair to say. So, me and Barbara, after the drum healing, we stood talking, and Mum started walking, and I thought, I'll stand and have a chat with Barbara, and I'll catch her up, because, you know, she'll make her way up there, and she'll be steady, and I'll still catch her up before she gets to the car. And I'm standing faced away, looking at the river and the trees, talking to Barbara. And all of a sudden, you know, because I'm facing away from the direction Mum's going, all of a sudden, Barbara's not talking to me anymore. She's and I went, are you all right? And she went, she's bloody gone! And Mum, literally, I couldn't keep up with her. I'm half her age. It really is amazing. And, you know, it is an absolute testament to the world of spirit, what a wonderful thing it is. So if you're feeling aches and pains, if you're feeling rough, if you're just feeling a bit down inside, 10 o'clock, that door on the left-hand side as you come in on Sunday morning, well worth it. Remind me how much it is. It is £5, but it's still worth it. In fact, you could probably put the price up in about 5 years and still be worth it. As we all in this church always are reminded, we do make an effort to keep costs down. But on that, absolutely, it is absolutely a wonderful, wonderful thing. If you are free, turn up. You will be welcomed. And that includes all of you lot at home and all, if you're about. I know Thursdays is difficult with EastEnders and everything, but, you know. So, friends, thank you all for being part of the service. A big thank you, finally, once again, to Sue, Breen, and Pedals and guys. And, of course, to all of you for coming along. I am now going to say goodnight to all of our friends who are watching online because we're about to have a raffle. But I know there are people waiting to press print screen because the final prize tonight in the raffle, as always, also known as Bully's Special Prize, is encaustic art made by our very own Hannah. And every week, everybody wants to have it put in front of the screen so that when it hits that particular point, I say, hit print screen. You can get your own copy too, you see. And it's heated wax all mixed up and moved in different colours. And just stare at it for a few seconds. Oh, blooming heck. Oh, I like that. Yeah, you just stare at it for literally instantly. There are things glaring at you out of it. And you can get a wonderful reading. And every single week, Hannah has been donating her time and her effort and her spirit connection in order to help people with her encaustic art. I will remember to put it back the right way this time, because I got told off after the service last week for putting it back on the stand the wrong way round. But one of you, my friends, here in this hall who has a raffle ticket is going to win that tonight. Everyone at home, you got your copy now. I keep my promises. And so let's say good night from the Village Hall after 3. 1, 2, 3. Good night. God bless you all, and hit it, maestro, with your fancy T-shirt that's advertising the church. It's brilliant.